So, you thought I was gone. Good news! It is I, Aster Fortuna, Bard Extraordinaire. I am still here in spirit, and though I won't be fighting alongside my friends, fortune favors you, for I will be introducing you to their further adventures. With Ashley as Tara the human fighter, Brian as Paxton, the human cleric and fighter, and Daniel as Athelflad, the halfling rogue and monk. Last time, we were exploring the conjuration level of this creepy wizard research complex. We had made a deal with Kremex, the leader of a group of devils. He had promised to distract the nearby demons while we stole portal keys so that we could eventually close the gates to the plane of Avernus, and Kremex could leave with all those devils. Unfortunately, we encountered Nondel the Nimble along the way, and I had to heroically chase him back to World 83. Sure, I could have just paused time for that world, but that's not very heroic. Also, what if we all died in the research complex and there was no one who could stop Nondel? No, I had to get in there and defeat evil. The rest of the party is still underground, trying to decide what to do next without their beloved bard. Also, because there's nothing more metal than demons and devils, here's some new rockin' theme music.
Aster Fortuna is sprinting up the stairwell that runs up the middle of the Wizard Research Complex in pursuit of Nondel the Nimble. Tara and Paxton, you're both standing in the stairwell between the conjuration and abjuration floors, catching your breath as Aster's footsteps gradually fade into the distance. You still don't hear the sounds of battle from the conjuration floor below. Perhaps Kremex has not launched the assault yet, or perhaps he has and you can't hear it from in here. What do you want to do?
So before Aster left, he handed me that radiant sword, right?
That's right, yes.
What's the official name for that thing again?
Did I add it to your character sheet?
You probably did, and I just forgot.
I'm gonna look it up on D&D Beyond. It is not on your equipment yet. I'll see if I can add it here real quick.
Okay.
It should be there.
Holy Short Sword of Radiance.
That's it.
Okay, I see it now. Cool.
I haven't added it as an attuned item because you're currently attuned to 3 other things.
Yes, that is correct.
You're standing here on the stairwell. What do you want to do?
I'm going to gingerly tuck the Mace of Selfless Vampirism into a corner somewhere and start attuning to the Holy Short Sword of Radiance.
Okay.
Because if I want to get the Mace of Selfless Vampirism back, I'm not attuned to it in the same way, but I still have that Eldritch Knight connection to where I can summon it.
That's true. All right, Tara, Paxton puts down his mace and starts contemplating this short sword in the stairwell. What do you want to do or say?
You know, Paxton.
Yeah, Tara?
I always thought Aster was more into you. You had a lot
joke,
of
right?
meaningful talks and stuff, and I'm just pretty surprised right now.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to miss him, but I think I can say objectively I wasn't his type. I think he was definitely more into you.
Oh, that's apparent now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you think we can take all these demons and devils and whatnot, just you and me? Because, I mean, I know that Aster was a bard, but he was pretty beefy. He was he was one of our tanks.
I mean, I don't think we could take the demons and the devils, but we're just fighting the demons, so yeah, totally we can.
Okay. We'll have to fight smarter, not harder.
Yeah, I mean, we're sneaky, right? So
right, and don't forget we have this, and I hold up that Holy Short Sword of Radiance. I think this is supposed to hurt fiends, and I think they're both fiends, so...
Why do you keep wanting to attack the devils?
Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing?
No, we're attacking the demons.
Okay, and the devils are our friends.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
Or
For variable definitions of friendship.
we have a rough allegiance with them.
Yeah. I guess the plan would be to hurt the demons and try to minimize how much we hurt the devils with this thing because, it's hard to contain light.
Well, we're gonna be in the back, so I don't think the devils will have gotten back there. It is really hard to keep track of them, I will say. The D in the beginning, just both of them.
So as you're talking, you begin to hear sounds coming back down the stairwell, and it sounds like someone shouting.
Aster?
You can hear someone saying, "Hey, big guy, you around here? Tough lady. Ethelflad, do you think we should start checking each one of these floors, or should we keep going down, or what should we do?"
Well, I guess we could just keep going down and see what's going on. Hello?
Hey, anybody here?
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, where are you?
Epilema?
Oh, yeah, is that big guy?
Yeah, it's Paxton. Tara and I are over here. Come on down.
All right, we're coming down. All right, we'll keep going down, and we'll just keep going until we find you.
Good plan.
So eventually, Athelflad and Epilema come down the stairs. They look pretty much the same as when you last saw them. I guess maybe Athelflad, you have a magic weapon that you didn't have before. Did you keep that short sword that you got from the troll adventure?
Yeah, but I think it was kind of beat up, wasn't it?
It was kind of dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have to...
Maybe you can clean it up, but
yeah.
I think you grabbed it.
Hey guys, look what I found. I hold it up.
Yeah, so it was a short sword, and it said in Draconic, "Green Biter." Do you remember that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So she's holding up a short sword. She pulls it out of this green scabbard. It looks kind of dirty, as in, like, literally there is dirt encrusted on it. But the sword itself is in decent shape. It's a short sword that says green... Well, you don't know what it says. It's a short sword with some sort of writing in it in a language you don't recognize. Although everyone can make an intelligence check.
Tara does not know.
It looks like there's writing on the sword.
I take it that no one rolled very well.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, you don't recognize the writing or even what kind of letters they are. It's just some kind of weird lettering that you don't recognize.
I tell them what Dibberin said.
She tells you that Dibberin Pilk told her that in Draconic, which is a dragon language, it says green biter.
I don't know what that means.
Be honest, Athelflad, I don't either.
Should be called dirty poker.
I'm glad to see you back, though.
Oh, yeah.
You look good.
me? You're glad to see me too, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Epilema. Yeah.
I'm real glad to see you, Epilema. You're going to come in handy in this next this
What
next
are we
fight.
doing?
Reading?
You ever fought a demon before, Epilema?
A what?
A demon?
What's that?
That's a very good question that I don't have the answer to.
All right, then, I guess the answer would be no. Unless I fought one and didn't know it. I fought so many things, it's hard to remember all the things I've killed. I just can't keep track.
That's dark.
So based on what we gathered, there's this big devil guy named Kremex, and he is requisitioning us to... He's a devil, and there's demons on this floor too, and they sound like the same thing, and they kind of are, but they're also not. And they have these portals that go back to other planes, and we're trying to...
What's a plane?
Don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. It's a different place they live.
You know how we were inside of the bottle, and now we're not?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like what
remember that.
planes are.
Oh, so they're in bottles.
Yeah,
Okay, so
They're
they got their
different
own
bottles.
bottles somewhere.
I think so.
Yeah.
And you want them to go back.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're trying to get them back in their bottle.
Yep.
So we're going to fight the demons and the devils and push them back in their bottles.
Nope.
No. Okay, what are we doing?
All right. So
Ethelflad, are you following this?
I'm just thinking, well, can I stab him?
Tara takes out her
Yeah,
map.
that's the important question, is can we stab them?
That's always the
We
important
believe
question.
so.
Okay.
Probably. Tara has her map out to show them the floor.
Uh-huh.
And she shows them their domains. And she's like, the devils are over here. And then the demons are over here. And these are about where the portals are. And the devils who were helping are going to go attack the demons over here. And she shows them kind of like about where they're supposed to attack in the kind of battlegrounds area. And then while they're attacking and they're distracted, we're going to go over here. And she shows like the back where the jail area is supposed to be on the demon side. And we're going to go get the portal keys, which are supposed to be over here. And then once we get the portal keys, we use them to destroy the demon portal. And then we take the other portal key back to the devil portal. And they're just going to leave for us and close the portal.
Okay.
And then from that, we're going to get the third portal key. I know we didn't talk about a third portal yet, but there's a third one. and we're going to go get our wand fragment. And that is very clear and easy to follow, right?
Tell you what, I'm just gonna you just point me at the thing that you want me to slash at, and I'll just kill it until it's dead. And I'll just, and when you tell me to stop, I'll stop.
Epilema.
Yeah.
That is what I love about you.
Yeah, I like her plan.
Yeah, Ethelflad, you in on my plan too?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you're gonna just tell us what we're doing then.
This is perfect, yes.
Okay.
That's kind of been my plan, too. I don't really understand what's going on, but I assume Tara will tell me the right thing to do.
All right, we'll put our trust in Tara's brilliant mind.
Yep, that's sentences that have never been said.
Sounds like a good plan. All right, so what are we doing now? We're just sort of sitting around here for a bit?
Yeah, well, Paxton got a sword too, and I guess he's
Where's so Weirdo had to do something else. Like they were telling us he had jumped back into World 83.
What?
Yeah, the folks upstairs, they said that Ogabar. Yeah, he was saying that Aster chased some guy back into World 83, and so he had to go do that.
Yeah, there was like a creepy gnome guy named Nandle the Nimble, and he had this...
He was a gnome.
I think he was a gnome, right?
No, he was a human.
Oh, I was envisioning a gnome. Okay, scratch that. He was not a gnome. He was a human named Nandle the Nimble.
Uh-huh.
It just sounds like a gnome name.
Yeah.
And he had this piece of experimental technology called the Soul Sucker.
Yeah.
And he
Soul Sucker.
Soul Sucker.
Okay.
And he seemed pretty
It's like a
intent
lollipop.
on using it.
Oh.
And we just didn't know how that was going to go, so we tried to take it from him. And then he got pretty upset and ran off. And Aster decided to make sure he doesn't use it for the wrong purposes.
Oh, well, apparently he took a couple of the guards, those refugee guards upstairs, and they jumped back into World 83. And then they told us that we should go down here and help you.
I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps we'll find out at a future point when some sort of story version of it is released.
No fourth wall broken there.
How the Flash just looking up in the air.
Well, so are we just? What are we doing now? Are we resting?
Do you need to rest?
I don't need a rest. I'm good.
All right. How are you doing, Alphabad?
I'm doing all right. I had a long rest.
All right. And Paxton, you how are you feeling about that sword?
I stare at the sword intently to see if I feel attuned to it yet or not.
Still need a little more time.
All right. Well,
I'm not quite done bonding with this sword, but maybe we can bond a little bit closer to the battle, so if we hear the battle going on, we can just run in and join the fray.
So there's a battle going on.
well, we're waiting for it to start because we gotta wait for the distraction to happen for us to sneak in the back.
Okay, so all right, I'm still just gonna stick with the strategy of just fighting whatever you tell me to fight.
I love it.
Right, but nonetheless, if I were to try to describe what's going on, let me see if I got this sort of right. There are these demons and devils from other glass containers.
Yep.
That you call planes.
Uh-huh.
And they're fighting each other here for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
They hate each other. I don't
It's
know.
called the Blood
other.
War.
Okay, it's a blood. Hey, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I know, right? I figured you'd like
I
that.
Get into that. I wonder if they need any help. Anyway, the point is that they're fighting each other, and they're gonna have a big battle, and you're on the devil's side, and they're gonna make the battle a distraction so we can sneak in and do some kind of stabbing stuff and something with a portal.
Yeah, basically. That's
Flad's
the
ears
good
perked
gist
up.
of it.
Stabbing.
You understand it about as well as I do at this point.
Okay. So let's just wait for a moment for this sword to get sorted out, and I'm ready when you are.
All right.
So you wait for about 30 more minutes of resting and discussing. Where are you resting, by the way? Where do you want to rest while you're waiting for this battle to start and for the sword to be attuned?
I say the best place to go is the kind of place between those two rooms, like right past the kind of summoning circle room to the south, because that's kind of like the nearest we can get to the sounds of battle without being like visible or something.
Athelflaed, they lead you past a room with a large teleportation septagram on the floor. They lead you through some double doors into an area with a couple small rooms off to the sides and some ruined walls in front of you. And then beyond that is what looks like a just devastated area. It looks like a battlefield. You can see there's a wall off to the west with some sort of weird creatures standing along it, standing guard. And then over on the eastern side is just this pitted, scarred, ruined battlefield.
Whoa.
All inside this floor with 30-foot ceilings. It's a strange sight.
This place is pretty depressing, huh?
You continue your rest there. Paxton continues playing around with the sword. After 50 minutes of resting, so your hour's not quite up yet, you see marching up to this wall are large numbers of, well, you've seen them before, these barbed devils. You see large numbers of the bearded devils, the ones with those weird appendages hanging from their necks, from their chins, with large weapons. And you see a bunch more of those blobs that Kremex called the lemures, these weird lumps of flesh with a head and two arms sort of flopping around. They're marching up onto the wall, preparing to attack.
Wow. What is going on here?
Yeah, this is pretty messed up, I gotta say.
Those are our allies.
Oh, I mean, hey guys!
A few of them turn and look at you, and they look confused, but they don't bother you. You notice that there is an area, it's almost like there's a line in the ground in front of you where it looks like the ruined area ends and the part of the floor that is preserved begins, and they don't cross that line.
So you see that, Athelflaed? That line right there on the ground?
Yeah.
They can't cross this. There's some sort of ward or barrier. In the area that we're in, they call it the Forbidden Zone, I think.
Oh.
Or the Zone of Forbiddance, or something kind of along those lines. And I think that the demons and the devils can't go over here, either one.
Whoa.
But we can.
Oh,
And then I
okay.
do a little tap dance.
Whoa. We've got like superpowers.
That's right.
After about 3 more minutes pass, the huge array of creatures has just become a giant mass of them, and they begin surging over the wall, and you hear some trumpets blowing in the background. And this giant army of devils surges over the wall into the battlefield, dropping to the other side. And coming up from the other side, you can see a bizarre array of various creatures. Some of them look like diseased lumps of flesh. Some look like giant goats or giant satyrs, half goat, half humanoid. A couple of them look like snake women, snake's lower body and a female human's upper torso. Just this crazy array of creatures are slamming into each other in battle on this scarred, pitted battlefield. What do you want to do? You basically only got a few minutes left to attune. Presumably this battle's going to go on for a while.
So I have an idea of maybe like a fun trick we could use that might be useful for this. We're trying to get in and get the key, first of all, right?
Yes.
And then step 2 is destroy the portal, right?
Yes.
So you've got that fancy hammer thing that can break things that you used on the soul jar, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I've got a spell, Sanctuary, which you've seen me use that before, right? Makes folks not want to attack me.
Yeah.
I've never used it on a devil or a demon, but I would assume it works the same with them. There's also a spell called Expeditious Retreat that makes me run super fast. So I'm wondering if I could run super fast and folks wouldn't want to attack me. if I could cover all the ground and maybe find that key fast.
Okay, my concern with that is if it doesn't work and then you get attacked by a bunch of demons and we don't know anything about their skills in fighting.
I would say that that's a valid concern that I have also felt. So maybe we should keep that little combo in our back pocket for now.
I think, I say we use that as a expeditious retreat if necessary.
Now, it only works for me. I could run away real fast, but I wouldn't want to run away if y'all couldn't run away real fast too, right?
No, I mean more like the prison ends up being full of demons and we really need you to just run and grab it and then run back to us and then we all run.
Yeah, okay. I like that idea.
Yeah, it'll be like that Sandlot thing.
Yeah, you just yell the secret passphrase, which is, "Hey, Paxton, run real fast," and then I'll cast that. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds like a really good secret passphrase.
Yeah, they won't understand.
No one will expect that.
Unless they speak common.
And the devils did.
Yep. Well, I think I am going to cast Sanctuary on myself just to see if it works. Because there's no harm in that, right?
Yeah, these are a lot of wimpy spells you have.
Paxton looks embarrassed.
Where are you going?
Well, Paxton, how are you in that sword bonding?
They're done. By an hour passes, and so now he is attuned to the sword.
Yeah, see how it's glittering? I think we're done.
Okay, well, that's really jazzy of you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with what it can do?
I believe that it's like a normal short sword, but it also does 1d6 extra radiant, and there's an extra feature of it that you could remind me of.
First of all, it's +2 to attack and damage. It inflicts 1d6 radiant damage to fiends. And once per day, you can activate a radiant sphere effect. It will continually emit radiant energy in a 10-foot area, 10-foot radius, inflicting 2d6 damage per round, radiant damage, until deactivated. So you could just leave it somewhere and turn it on, and it will just continuously emit 2d6 radiant damage in a 10-foot radius.
Now, a question I have is I've got the short sword of radiance in one hand and a shield in the other, and it says the radiant effect can be stopped by stone or metal. I'm wearing plate armor and I have a shield. Could I hold the shield in front of me and the sword in front of that and basically make like a Pac-Man shape?
I would give you advantage on a saving throw to resist the effect.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good enough.
And because you have the shield master feat, if you were to save, you would just take no damage.
Right.
Okay?
Good enough.
Any other questions?
Do these demons, do they see through stealth or anything, or do they have any? Like,
You
if I
don't
need to
know.
go. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Tara does have a list of resistances that they have, or at least she did.
Well, I read the list
Oh, okay.
of resistances they have. Okay, so devils have to keep promises. That's why we're with them. Then the demons are weak against poison? I don't remember. We can go read the board.
They're resistant to fire. I remember that. I think they're all resistant to fire, and both devils and demons are considered fiends. And I believe the devils are intelligent, and the demons either aren't intelligent or just less so. They seem we've seen them crawling around a little bit, and they seem kind of like animals.
The devils are the ones that said the demons aren't intelligent, so grain of salt there. But they did say they were unpredictable, I think. At least the researcher did.
I'd say treat them more like wild animals than like people.
Okay.
Because wild animals can be pretty dangerous, right?
Yes. I didn't write down the resistances because I didn't have the ability to cast any spells, so it was relevant for me. Sorry.
Yeah, right. Of course.
So selfish.
My note taking is only for me. Sorry, you guys, back off.
These are Tara's notes, not the party's notes.
Yeah.
These are Ashley's notes.
Where are you proceeding then? Right now you're in the area just south of the teleportation diagram. Where are you going next?
Wasn't there some kind of like structure or like series of walls that was blocking our view of the area, or?
I remind them of my pathway of sneaking.
If you'll look on the map up here, you guys are right here in this little sort of lobby area. Tara's suggestion was that you go back to the teleportation room, go through the door to the east, and then there's a long hallway running north-south, and then it also continues a little bit to the east. Is that correct, Tara?
She was actually going to open that door. I think she had
open that
already
door to
peeked
the
into
north?
that room
This one?
to see what was like around there. Yeah.
Right.
And go through that room
Okay.
up towards the kind of uncovered north part.
Great.
Do we hear any noises or anything?
Yes, so now that you are moving through the teleportation room and the battle has begun, you can hear all sorts of clanging and roaring and explosions and the sounds of some kind of bizarre alien battle going on. It's very loud. Is that what you all want to do then? You want to go through that door and continue over?
Yeah, it seems like exploring the northern area because they're all going to be gravitating towards the battle in the south.
Right.
The north is going to be the most empty, so we're probably going to have the easiest time scanning that area and making our way south looking for this key as we like close off areas we've already explored.
We were also told that the keys are held in the prison, which is in the back part of the area, so that's the back part kind of that we're headed towards.
All right, so you open that door and look through. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll roll. Pull up your table here.
Not good.
Investigation?
I was going to do just quick perception checks.
Oh, okay.
And so you look through the door. So here's what you can see as you open that door and look through. Further to the east, you can see there's this less ruined but still pretty badly destroyed area. And you can see these two strange pillars that Tara spotted earlier.
The weird eyeball pillars or whatever.
Yeah, you're not sure what they are. And as you move forward, a small creature looks like it's walking southward from the north, patrolling this area. It's about Yapka-sized, a small creature, and doesn't have wings like Yapka, but otherwise it kind of resembles him. There he is. That thing. That's what he looks like.
Something from Men in Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks kind of like the little aliens from Men in Black. And it runs from north to south, sort of patrolling the area. And let's see if it sees you. It does not seem to see you.
Yay.
What do you want to do?
Do we want to try to sneak past it into the prison?
Tara's pulling out a crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
We can do that too.
Okay, you're going to attack it?
Tara doesn't feel like this thing's going to be very strong.
Okay, let's roll initiative, and you'll get a surprise round on it.
21.
Half a flat gets a 21. What does Paxton have?
Lucky 13.
Tara?
I don't know, I'm trying to remember what my
It's just your dex bonus.
Because I have alert.
Oh, right.
I don't remember what it gives me.
I think alert means you can't be surprised, right?
It also gives you a +5 bonus to initiative.
Oh.
Wow.
Nice.
So 18.
18 for Tara. Epilema rolled a 22.
Wow.
A natural 20 on her initiative roll. So Epilema says, so what are we doing here? Are we killing that thing?
Belima really took the cue.
But she's waiting for your instruction. Are we killing it?
Yeah, Tara's pulling out her crossbow and she nods.
All right, she throws a javelin at it. She hits it. A relatively small amount of damage. And that's Epilema's turn. Epilema throws a javelin. I guess she could throw another javelin, but she doesn't want to use up both her javelins right away. So she's just going to step through the doorway and get out of the way in case someone else wants to take a shot. Next is Athelflad.
Okay. I'm going to hit it with crossbow. 13.
13 hits it.
Oh, wow.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right.
So roll your damage.
8.
You hit it for 8 points of damage. It just falls to the ground. It just suddenly falls to the ground, pierced through. It is as far as you can tell, quite dead.
Sorry to ruin the fun, guys.
Yeah.
Whatever this thing is, it looks very dead.
Tara lowers her bow, just slightly disappointed. She's all ready to go.
What do you want to do?
Tara flashes a thumbs up and then motions towards the wall, so we can follow the wall of the room.
Okay, so you're following the wall along
north,
the north wall?
and then to the east.
As Paxton's passing by this dead thing, he wants to, like, poke it with his short sword of radiance and, like, look at it and try to get a feel for, like, what it is.
So you poke it with a short sword of radiance. So as you poke at it with your sword, it disappears in a puff of smoke. You don't think your sword caused it. It just seems to just disappear.
Oh, well, that makes things easier. I was going to try to find a hiding spot for it, for the body, in case any other demons saw it and were tipped off, but...
The body is gone.
To be honest, I don't like that. That seems concerning.
Paxton, you have moved over to around this spot where it was walking by the wall.
Yeah.
Right? And so I'm going to assume you're all sort of gathered around the wall here. Here's what you can see from there. From that location, you can see off to the east this wall of bones here that you can see on the map, right? That is what you assume must be the outside of the bone prison. And then you can see further to the east along the eastern wall, instead of seeing the stone walls of this floor, you can see there's just a wall of flesh pressed up against what is probably behind it, the stone of this floor. And then you can see these two weird columns. And I want everybody to make a perception check on these columns.
It's a 1.
Yeah, Tara's not interested in the columns.
19.
19. Paxton?
13.
13. Athelflaed, as you're looking at these weird columns that reach from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, they look almost like stalagmites or stalactites fused together. You realize that they're made out of skulls.
Wow, guys, I think they're made out of skulls.
And you can pick up just a little bit of a chattering sound coming from them.
What was that? You guys hear that?
Like that weird chattering sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some sort of weird noise coming from these two columns of skulls.
I don't have a good feeling about this.
That's creepy.
Hey, you guys, I don't know. I didn't expect the bone prison to really be made out of bones, and I don't know why. She's paying no attention to the pillars.
What do you want to do now?
I could go stealth to kind of peek around.
Okay.
See if I find anything. You want me to roll a stealth check?
Yeah. What's your stealth bonus? I'll just roll, and that way.
Oh,
you know what?
It's
They're all
crazy high.
watching.
It's +9.
+9. +9. All right. So Athelflaed sneaks out into the darkness beyond this area you're hiding in, and it's pretty dark over there. And you pretty much lose track of her. She sneaks into the darkness beyond this this area where you've been hiding out. Where are you going, Athelflaed?
Well, I have the torch with me, but do I hear anything?
I think you also have the hooded lantern. I think Tara gave you a hooded lantern, didn't she?
Well, that's the one I was talking about in the last episode.
Okay. I couldn't remember whether you had that, but you have the. I think you could have a torch. You could also have the hooded lantern.
The lantern is what I was, because I could easily put it away.
Yeah.
I don't want to gather attention to myself. Do I hear any noise in this room?
Well, you can hear the sound of battle off to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Make another perception check.
Okay. It's going to be the same as my passive. It's 12.
Okay. No, you don't hear anything else here. Just you hear the sounds of battle off to the south, and you hear those columns making some chattering noises.
Okay, so I bring out my hooded lantern real quickly to see if I can see anything in this room, or at least, and I'm staying close to the entrance.
Okay. So just to this area where the wall was here, or are you going to the entrance of the bone prison?
Let me go ahead and pull over to the entrance of the bone prison.
Okay. Athelflaed sneaks up to the entrance of the bone prison. No one spots her.
Nice.
You look inside, and you can see the walls of this prison against the northeast corner, about 50 feet from what remains of the wizard structures that once made up the entire level. This structure, made up of bones, is about 20 feet tall, but these bones, as you get closer, you can see that they're held together with lumpy pink flesh. There's a 10-foot wide opening that you're sneaking towards. You don't see any guards standing outside. And as you get up to the walls, inside these walls of flesh and bone, you can see there's a cage made out of some kind of strange metal. You suspect that it was part of the original research complex. The bars are made out of a strange luminescent metal, but they're straight as an arrow, not a hint of demonic weirdness about them. And inside, you can see inside this prison, inside these bars, is a pile of coins, a black wooden chest, and on a shelf on the back wall, there's a silver-plated demonic skull and a gold-plated clawed hand. There's also a strange thick glass rectangle leaning against the wall, and it has a handle on the back of it. And then there's one more thing you see in here. There's an old wooden stool, and sitting on it is a gigantic gorilla-looking creature.
Oh, boy.
And it's just sitting there looking bored.
Well, I think the skull and the claw are the keys, right?
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's what Kremex told you.
Yeah. Well, we got to get those, and also that other stuff sounds pretty cool, too.
The coin.
So we should probably attack that gorilla thing.
Okay, so I sneak back to the party.
Yeah, he looks like, I'll just give you a little more description. He looks like a giant orangutan with orangish fur on him, but also some spots of blue fur and skin. And he's got just giant sharp teeth and fangs and some iron bands around his wrists. It's really large. It is a large-sized creature.
So when you say iron bands, is he chained to anything?
Nope, it just appears to be either decorative or maybe they're magical. You're not sure.
Does he have any weapons?
No, he appears unarmed.
Okay. So I sneak back to the group and let them know.
Ethelflad sneaks back to the group. Make another perception check.
Okay. 15.
15. All right, this time as you're sneaking back to the group, as you're walking from the bone prison back to where the group is hiding out over here, you see that there are two strange creatures hiding around behind the wall here. They look like they're waiting for something. They look like... They're a little hard to describe. They look kind of like apes themselves, but they've got long pink ears and kind of like a pig-like face. They're small-sized, though. They're not the same size as that giant ape creature.
Small, like...
These are maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Okay. Okay, so about my size.
Yeah, about your size.
Okay.
And they appear to be waiting around the corner. They don't see you, though.
Okay, so I sneak past them and get back to the party and inform them of the two smaller ones there and the hulking beast that's in the prison room.
All right.
Hey guys, so we have two issues here. I mean, in the prison room, we've got this gigantic creature, and he's just sitting around waiting. He doesn't look armed, but he has these metal bracelets on, and then around the corner, behind it is two smaller creatures. I think they're waiting for something. So, who do you want to attack first?
Corner.
It seems like killing the smaller ones first would make it easier to take out the big one alone.
Would we gain his attention, though? That's what I'm wondering.
It's going to be hard to do much fighting here without making noise, you think, unless you can surprise them and kill them very quickly.
That last thing was pretty easy to kill, and I think we're going to get the big one's attention anyway, so...
I guess, we can attack each one with a crossbow and see how quickly we can surprise them. Like, Tara, if you want to...
They're right around the corner, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And just we can probably run to them. All right.
Okay.
You think you can run to them and
I can run to them.
one might consider one round and then still attack?
Yeah, and just be ready to attack when the other thing notices us.
Okay. Let's roll initiative.
Okay. 17.
17 for Athelflad, and for Epilema, not so great this time. And Tara.
20.
Nice.
And Paxton.
3.
He's not so sure about this plan.
Yeah.
Tara, you go first. So you're leading the charge around the corner here. You round the corner, and there are these two creatures standing there. They look like they were ready to ambush somebody on their own, but they weren't expecting you to come charge around the corner at them. The thing is, though, that you guys weren't stealthing. Yeah, they're not surprised, but they are moving slow. So I'm going to let you guys go, but you won't get a surprise round, right? But you all rolled better initiative than them, except for Paxton. So Tara, go ahead. There are these two creatures there. They were looking like they were planning to form an ambush of their own, but you've jumped around on them instead.
Okay.
What
I
do you
picked the
want
one
to do?
on the left.
The one on the left. All right.
And 19 to hit.
That
Nice.
definitely hits.
And it's going to do 6 damage.
6 damage to one of them. All right. And your second attack?
Yep. 10 to hit.
10 to hit does not hit.
Oof.
Your sword is unable to penetrate this creature's armor, but it does make a weird squealing noise when you stab it with your first strike. Athelflaed, what do you want to do?
I want to hit the other one with a crossbow.
Okay. Tara is 5 feet from both of them, so this will count as a sneak attack.
Nice. All right.
So Athelflaed runs around the corner, or are you leaning around the corner? What do you do?
I'm going to run around the corner.
Okay, Athelflaed runs around the corner and lines up a shot with the one that Tara did not hit.
Ooh. 17.
17 is definitely a hit.
Okay. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. All right. Athelflaed lines up a good shot. Now it is Epilima's turn. Epilima runs around the corner, and she's going to first attack the one that Tara attacked. And she hits. Oof. Epilima attacks the one that Tara hit already, and she does... Oh, no, she doesn't quite finish it off. So she's going to take another attack. And she hits it again, and she finishes it off. So one of them goes down, squealing horribly. That means it is now their turn. So this one remaining creature, you notice that as it's standing there, the whole area around it fills with a greenish fog or smoke or something, and it smells pretty terrible. It is going to attack Tara. It attempts to bite Tara.
No.
It misses you horribly. You just easily push it aside. Pretty feeble attempt to hit you. Its second attack is only slightly better. You easily push that one aside with your shield. This thing seems kind of pitiful. And it is now Paxton's turn. Paxton, you can see the area around this creature is filling up with a greenish smoke. What do you want to do?
Is there a way for me to get to the one that's still alive while staying outside of the green smoke? Nope.
It's all around it.
Huh. Paxton really wants to try out his short sword, but he also wants to stay out of the green smoke.
Okay, well, which one do you want to do?
Yeah, he's going to charge through the green smoke.
Okay.
He's going to excitedly yell, "Eat holy radiance, fiend!" and then charge him.
All right, make your attack.
Ooh, nice. That is a 26.
That's
Wow.
That's super hits, yes.
That is 6 piercing damage.
All right.
And then 3 radiant damage.
Okay, 3 radiant damage. All right, Tara, it is your turn, but before you do anything else, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. If I have a saving throw like bubbled in, does that mean I'm proficient in it and I roll twice? Or
No, you don't roll twice. It just means you get a bigger bonus if you're proficient in that saving throw.
okay, what's my bonus? My Constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you take your Constitution bonus and you add your proficiency bonus if you're proficient in that saving throw.
Okay. So total of 12.
Ooh, all right. So you resist breathing in this poisonous gas around this creature, and you are free to take your normal actions.
Okay. My normal actions are going to happen. All right. 20 to hit.
That's definitely a hit.
My normal actions are hitting.
Yes.
8 damage.
All right, you dispatch this creature. It falls to the ground, and the green smoke begins to dissipate. I'm not going to bother with making you roll again because it only affects you for 1 round anyway. The green smoke dissipates, and both creatures are lying dead on the ground. What do you want to do now?
I poke one of them with my sword.
They both disappear in a puff of smoke.
What the heck? Do they leave anything behind?
They don't leave anything behind at all.
Dang.
What do you want to do now?
Well, has that creature hurt us?
You don't know.
Should we explore the rest of this northern area while we're over here?
And
Sure, now
we-
that you've looked around the corner, you can see what there is to see here. You can see that the ruined area outside the Zone of Forbiddance is just barely stretching around to the north. You can guess there's probably a strange-shaped room up here that got cut off by the Zone of Forbiddance, but yeah, you don't see anything else up here. You want to look around that last corner up to the north?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing else up there. Just a bit more of non-ruined area, and that's it.
To the bone prison?
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right.
Let's go. Well, I hope everyone's prepared.
So you said the thing in here is like real big?
It's huge. I mean, look at me. Everything's huge.
That's true. Do we want to maybe come up with like a strategy or something? Because it seems like the 4 of us in a very small room might not be the best tactic? Like maybe if we draw them out into the open, we'd have more of an advantage?
I should explain, each of these squares is 10 feet on a side. So this area is larger than it looks in there. If I zoom in to the bone prison area up there, so that area, that bone prison is 30 feet by 30 feet, and then inside that is a smaller prison cell.
I would also say that it'd be nice to fight him somewhere with walls so that we're not seen by someone else.
All right, that's fair.
Okay.
You're the team captain today, Tara, so we'll go with whatever you say.
This is the day I've dreamed of all my life. Okay.
So you stroll up to the bone prison?
We sneak.
You're gonna stealth?
Yeah, I'm good at that.
All right, Epilema is not being terribly stealthy.
I got
Neither
a
is
solid
Paxton.
6 either way.
You sneak up as best you can up to the bone prison. As you're approaching it, you can see those columns of skulls a little bit better than you could before, and you can hear them chittering and chattering at you, and you can hear them saying,
Right?
Wow, that's annoying.
We have secrets to tell you. Many things to tell you. We'll tell you everything. Come here.
Paxton goes closer to the skulls. He wants to hear their secrets.
Oh no, Paxton.
okay, you want to walk over to the skulls?
Yeah.
All right, so
Tara
Paxton...
reaches out to stop him.
All
They
right.
say they have secrets, Tara.
We got secrets too.
That's true.
And so,
What do you want to do?
one thing at a time. We got to pass them anyway to get to the gate.
That's
so.
true.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
So what do you want to do? You're around here, outside the bone prison. What do you want to do?
Hey, Athelflaed.
Yeah.
What way was he facing?
He was sitting in this corner, looking forward.
Do you think that you could sneak up on him and attack him first?
Ooh, yeah.
Because if you could do that, that would be a good way to start things off.
All right.
But if you don't do that, we'll just all run forward and attack him, just like we did the other guys back there.
All right, I'm going to let you make a stealth check. You go ahead and roll.
For me?
For you.
Okay. 21.
All right. So Athelflaed sneaks up to the doorway here, and she's being real careful. Make a perception check.
Okay. 16.
All right. As you look around the corner here, you can see he's no longer seated on this stool. He's not there anymore. In fact, as you look around the corner, you can just barely see his foot. He is hiding around the side of the wall.
Oh, okay. So, I back up to the group and
Okay.
let them know.
Hey guys, he's moved and he's now hiding from us.
But not very well.
Yeah, I saw his foot. He's against the wall. But I think he heard us during our battle with the two little ones. So what do you want to do?
I say we run around the corner and we attack.
All right, I like that plan.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You had me at attack.
I like this
I'm
plan
sorry,
too.
Athelflaed. I think that you need some time away from Epilema.
Oh,
Why? I think I'm good for it. Look at this good influence I am on her.
Oh my gosh.
I will say Athelflaed seems like she has an inner confidence.
yeah.
That's all me. That's me.
Yeah.
This me. It's making her tough and confident like a halfling should be.
All right, we should talk about self-esteem later. We'll just attack now.
So
Okay.
you're going to just charge around the corner?
Yeah. That
All
sounds
right.
good.
Let's roll for initiative.
All right. I mean, he's technically surprised, right? Because he's hiding. He doesn't know we know where he is.
Oh, he'll
I
be
think
very
he's expecting
surprised.
us, though.
Yeah, he is expecting something.
Yeah.
That's why he's hiding,
Yep.
or trying to hide.
16.
20.
All right, Athelflaed got a 16.
Mm-hmm.
Tara got a 20. Paxton, what'd you get?
18.
Wow.
Nice.
Yay.
Epilema didn't do so well, but you guys all rolled great. All right, so the first to go, Tara, you run around the corner, and this enormous ape-like creature is standing there waiting for you. But you get to attack first, so go ahead and roll.
All right, that is a math 23 to hit.
A math 23. Math 23 hits.
12.
12 damage. So Tara slashes at this giant creature, and it cries out in pain and surprise. It wasn't expecting you to deliver such a solid hit. 12
Okay.
points of damage.
Next swing is also 23 to hit.
Now it's also a hit.
This time it's only 7 damage.
All right. So Tara runs around the corner, delivers 2 quick slashes to this giant creature with her magic sword, and it cries out and roars in pain. Paxton, what do you want to do?
All right, I am also going to pop around the corner and attack it.
All right.
Ooh, natural 20.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
How does that work again?
So all your die rolls are rolled twice. So you have to roll twice for the short sword damage. You have to roll twice for the radiant damage.
Okay, but the modifier is only done once,
That's
right?
correct. So your strength and any other bonuses that gets added, any other bonuses that get added, you only add once.
Okay, so that's 12 piercing damage,
Okay.
and then 6 radiant damage.
Wow, that's quite a solid chunk of damage you just delivered.
Mm-hmm.
The creature recoils from the sword and looks really irritated. Athelflaed, what do you want to do?
How far am I away from him?
You're just around the corner. You could jump around the corner and take a shot, or
Yeah, I'm
could-
gonna do that.
All right,
And I get sneak attack with that.
that's right. You will have sneak attack damage on this if you hit.
7.
All right, a crossbow bolt goes flying through the air and strikes the bone wall behind. It's embedded in a bit of weird pink flesh.
Oh man, I've got troll luck.
It is now this weird creature's turn, and it has taken way more damage than it was expecting to take. So it's going to spend its turn doing something kind of weird. You're not sure what it's doing. It just sort of stands there, and then it traces a circle in the air next to it. And you see the air sort of shimmer for a moment, but then nothing happens. And the creature makes some sort of strange noise, swearing in a language you don't understand. And that's its turn. So it wasn't able to do whatever it was it wanted to do this turn. It didn't work.
So it looks like it tried to cast a spell and failed.
It tried to do something, maybe a spell.
Trying to get away.
Whatever happened, it didn't work. And that was its turn.
All right.
So we are now over to Epilema. Epilema will attack twice. It's a hit. So is that. Okay, she didn't do that great. She slashes at it a couple times, but it doesn't seem to have that much effect. It would have been serious blows against a smaller creature, but she's having a hard time fighting this something that's so much bigger than her. Tara, we're back to you.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Attack.
Surprise. Tara attacks.
Yes. I'm kind of like a one-trick pony here.
Okay.
17 to hit.
That is a hit.
5 damage.
5 points of damage. All right.
Ooh, 9 to hit.
That does not hit. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Paxton, it's your turn.
All right. This thing's looking pretty bad.
It's been injured. It's not on the
Okay.
verge of dying, but it's been injured pretty badly.
All right. That is a 12.
That does not damage it. You can't get through its thick hide.
All right, I want to do an action surge and try to attack it again.
Okay.
And that's a natural 1.
Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, let's pull out the fumble table.
Should have kept that action surge in my pocket.
Paxton falls through the portal.
All right, roll percentile.
99.
Ooh. So, Paxton, you swing at this thing with your sword. It bounces off of this creature's thick hide in a way you did not expect. It ricochets back and you hit yourself. And you apply the maximum damage to yourself as if you'd hit your target.
Well, good thing I'm not a fiend.
Yeah.
So that is 10 damage then.
All right. Paxton takes 10 points of damage as he accidentally stabs himself.
Ah!
The creature grins.
Tara cringes.
Athelflaed, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and try to hit it again with a crossbow.
All right. Take another shot. Sneak attack.
11.
11. Again, the creature this time ducks out of the way and dodges your bolt. And this time, when the creature goes, it does something slightly different. This time, it turns invisible.
What happened?
Again?
Yep.
We just dealt with this.
Yep, it turns invisible, and you can feel the air move as it jumps over all of you and begins to run away. However, even invisible, you do get to take attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
We all get attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, well, Athelflaed doesn't. She's using a ranged weapon.
Okay.
But Tara and Paxton do. So if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you will have disadvantage because it's invisible.
Okay.
Okay.
And Epilema gets one too.
That was garbage.
I still got a 19.
All right. And Epilema also did. She did very little damage. What was your damage?
7 piercing
All right.
and 4 radiant.
Wow. Yeah, you can hear it cry out in pain. And as it's running away, it's shouting something, but you can't understand the language that it's speaking. It is now Epilima's turn. She is going to try to figure out where it is. It's not trying to be stealthy. All right, she rolled pretty well in a perception check. She's going to try to attack it again. Oh, okay. I rolled 2 15s, so she managed to hit it. Oh, wow. Epilima runs out of the bone prison, trying to figure out where this thing is, and swings twice cruelly in the air. Says, I don't know where it is. I think it's here. I think it's something like this. And then you hear a loud thump. And then there's a puff of smoke.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful work, Epilima.
Mm-hmm.
And she's standing real close to these pillars of skulls. And she says,
These things are talking to me again. I kind of want to listen to them. Should I listen to them? Maybe I shouldn't listen to them.
Come back here, Epilima.
I don't know. I kind of want to listen.
Ooh, no, come back on over here.